Hey Laura, I'm going to the market. Do you need anything for your school project?
Yes. I need some craft paper for my art class tomorrow.
Cool. Could you please tell me the size of the paper?
This big?
Oh, I need to know the exact measurement for it, Laura.
Huh? Measurement?
Yes, Laura. Everything around us has a measurement, and it is vital to know how to determine the size of everything. So, in this video, let us explore this big math question. Measuring length. How long, tall, and wide? Measurement is the process of finding the number that shows the size or quantity of something. We usually express it using a specific unit. Knowing how to measure is important to make sure everything works as planned. Without proper measurement, an engineer wouldn't know how tall a building should be or how strong a bridge needs to be. Even in simple things like cutting craft papers, we need measurement. To avoid confusion, people came up with a standard way of measuring called the metric system. This system, known as the International System of Units, SI. It is used almost everywhere in the world. Meanwhile, people in some countries like the United States use inches, feet, and miles. Length is one of the most common measurements. When you measure the distance between places, your height, or the size of an object, you are measuring length. Length tells us how long, tall, or wide something is. We use different units depending on what we measure. The first unit in length is millimeters, mm. This is for tiny objects like a grain of rice, a screw, or an ant. Next, we have centimeters, cm, to measure small objects like a pencil, a comb, or a spoon. Besides, we also have meters, m. This is to measure bigger objects like a basketball field or a school bus. Last but not least, we have kilometers, km. This is to measure very long distances like the distance between two places or a river. Now, what if we need to change one unit of length to another? This is called unit conversion, using multiplication and division. Let's break it down step by step. If we go from a small unit to a bigger unit, we have to divide. For example, from millimeter to centimeter, we have to divide by 10. While centimeter to meter, we have to divide by 100. And lastly, from meter to kilometer, we have to divide by 1000. On the other hand, if we go from a big unit to a smaller unit, we have to multiply. For example, from centimeter to millimeter, we have to multiply by 10. While from meter to centimeter, we have to multiply by 100. And lastly, from kilometer to meter, we have to multiply by 1000. Now, let's try. How many meters is this door? That's correct. Now, how about this one? How many millimeters is this fan? That's correct. Good job. Now, let me tell you a secret. There is an easy trick to convert between units, and that is by jumping and moving the decimal point. The number of jumps you take is the same as the number of zeros in 10, 100, or 1000, just like the unit conversion that we learned just now. Jump left when converting to a bigger unit because you are dividing, making the number smaller. And jump right when converting to a smaller unit because you are multiplying, making the number bigger. Remember, each time you jump, the decimal moves in the same direction. For example, When we want to convert 500 cm to meters, we move 2 times to the left to become 5 meters. Next, let's try to convert 3.2 meters to centimeters. We move 2 times to the right to become 320 cm. Now let's try this question. Good job! Now that we know about length, let's learn how to measure things correctly. A ruler has 2 sides. One side measures in centimeters and the other side measures in inches. In this video, we'll focus on centimeters first. To use a ruler, we have to make sure the ruler is straight and always start from 0. Then, read the numbers carefully on the scale. Laura needs help buying the right sizes of ribbon and craft paper for her art project, but she needs to make sure the ribbon and paper is not only the right length, but also the right height and width. Let's help her complete her shopping list. So for the first thing, Laura needs 0.2 meters of blue ribbon. Let's convert this into cm. Now, let's measure 20 cm of the ribbon. Oh, there it is. Now we have 20 cm of blue ribbon. We can check that off the list. Now, Laura needs red craft paper with 10 cm in height and 7 cm in width. First, let's cut the 7 cm width. There it is. Now let's cut the 10 cm height. Good job! We can check that off the list too. Awesome! Now Laura has the perfect ribbon and craft paper for her project. Now you know how to measure length correctly and use the right units. Whether it's for an art project like Laura's or everyday life, measuring accurately helps us get things just right. Keep practicing and you'll become a measurement expert in no time. See you next time!